Hello everyone, welcome to Glass Half Dead. Today, I'm actually going to try and make this video like under 10 minutes instead of the standard 20-minute rant that I normally give. Well, it's not a rant because I don't really have opinions, it's just kind of a ramble. Anyway, Grey Knights. Why are we looking at Grey Knights? Glass, we're right in the middle of talking about Necrons. Why are Grey Knights here? Good question. Thanks for asking. This isn't really about Grey Knights per se, or I'm not saying everyone should play Grey Knights. The reason I'm talking about Grey Knights here are that I think Grey Knights are the best kill team from almost every perspective. Firstly, let's ignore how they actually play. That's almost irrelevant. They do seem to be one of the best Marine factions, but we can come to that later. The real reason I think Grey Knights are one of the top factions are because of several things. One, they are a single box purchase. This here is one box that cost me, I think, £28, and that gives me 10 models. However you choose to run Grey Knights, the maximum number of models you could actually fit into 100 points are 5 models. So that means on a single purchase, you have 5 spare models that you can kit out in any way you want to fill in any gaps of your main desired kill team or whatever. So in this box here, I have one of each of the 3 different heavy weapons. With Grey Knights, I don't feel like there's ever a point where you would want to take 2 of a particular heavy weapon. Maybe the incinerator? Like that, maybe that, I guess. However, you can do that if you want. You can actually, if you really want, you can build 2 incinerators, 2 silencers, I think, and up to 4 psi cannons. If for some reason you want to build that out of the box, you can do that. There's enough weapons in there. You can build a warding stave if you want. You can build a demon hammer, a nemesis demon hammer, sorry. They all start with the word nemesis because they're edgy and cool. You can build any option from the kill team rulebook from a single box. If you want to have them all as standard guys, you can do that as well. There's enough force halberds and force swords in there that you don't have to spend any extra points for your kill team. And they'll all have storm bolters, obviously. Secondly, now these guys I've built and then I've just spray painted silver. Next, I'm going to pick out some details. So some gold details, some parchment details, skulls. Oh, and then blue glow everywhere. Then I just hit it with a known oil. That's pretty much the army done. That's so quick. Well, it's quicker than the way I've chosen to paint my Necrons, although I've gotten a bit complex with the Necrons there. So, not only are they a true single box purchase, they are a true single box purchase. Unlike if you buy First Strike, you have to buy more to have any options. Or if you buy a single Deathwatch kill team, you have to buy a second Deathwatch kill team to have options. This single box set gives you options. It is a true single box purchase, and they are easy to paint. Obviously, you can go as complex as you want. You all know how to paint. That's not what I'm talking about here. But if somebody comes to me and says, Glass, I just want to play kill team. I want to have a pretty decent chance of winning. I don't want it to be that complicated. And you know what? I don't really like painting. I don't want it to be complex. What have you got for me? I think that Grey Knights is the only real answer. Well, it may not be the only answer, but it is the first answer that springs to my lips. Easy to paint, gives you a true kill team with options. You can build all of the heavy weapons there, all of the weapon options, etc., etc. Yeah, there you go. Now, you may be looking at this and say, Glass, why haven't you put a demon hammer in there? There's 2 reasons for that. 1, I kind of forgot. 2, I don't like weapons that give you a subtract 1 to the hit roll. Yeah, there you go. That's my only thoughts on that, really. I'm not going to do a real Grey Knight breakdown, why they're good, why they're bad. But while we're here, let's have a quick chat about weapon options. So they all come as standard with a Force Sword, Storm Bolter, Frag Grenades, Crack Grenades, and Psych Out Grenades. The Force Sword, which is their default, is Strength User, AP -3, Damage D3. And they're Strength 4, obviously, because they're standard Marines. But then for 0 points, you can swap that to a Halberd, which is Strength +1, AP -2, Damage D3. Now, I actually prefer the Strength +1 on that. I prefer the Halberd to the Force Sword. Yeah, you're not getting your AP -3, but it's still AP -2. And your Strength +1 means that you're wounding most Marines apart from Death Guard on 3s instead of 4s, and that's a big, big value. If you really wanted, you could give a Nemesis Warding Stave to all of your models. That's not like a Justicar, a leader-only weapon option. You could give them all a Nemesis Warding Stave. That's Strength +2, AP -1, Damage D3, and it gives you a 5-up invulnerable save. That actually sounds really good, and I don't see much of a reason why you wouldn't do that. However, I personally value a +2 strength over a -2 AP in my weapons. I think that you get more value in a strength +2 strength until you are Strength 6, then the value swaps over to AP. So the Nemesis Warding Stave gives you Strength 6, AP -1. That's a great weapon, and it's 0 points. That's awesome. So, like I was saying, there's no Demon Hammer there. The Demon Hammer would give you Strength 8. So, okay, you would be wounding Marines on 2s, which is pretty good. It's AP -3, Damage 3. However, you have to subtract 1 from the hit roll. The big downside here is you've only got 1 swing on that. And suddenly you're only hitting on 4s. So, it's still a great weapon. And obviously, if you hit with it, you're going to wreck whoever you hit. There's no doubt about that. But personally, I'd rather take the Falchions, which is Strength User, AP -2, Damage D3, but you get 1 more attack with them. They do, however, cost 2 points. So, yeah. And you have to take 2 of them when you get them. You see these 2 guys here, they're the Falchion guys. You have to take 2, and they cost 1 point per weapon. So they cost 2 points. But I think that the +1 attack is really useful. Just very quickly, go over the ranged weapons. Obviously, they all have Storm Bolters, Rapid Fire 2, Strength 4, 1 damage, 24 inches. Cool. The Incinerator. So it's 8 inches, Assault D6. So that's your standard flamer. But then it's Strength 6, AP -1. And it automatically hits the target. That's pretty damn nice. It's a very souped up flamer. And it's only 3 points. That's quite expensive, actually. But it's 3 points. And no one's going to want to charge that. Then you get a Silencer, which is Heavy 6, Strength 4, AP 0, Damage D3. So that's kind of your anti-horde, because that's going to do a lot of damage. Then you got the Psy Cannon, 24 inches, Heavy 4, Strength 7, AP -1. Obviously, with that, you're shooting that at Marines and wrecking their days. And then I think these are the only guys that get a Psych Out Grenade, which is so it's the standard 6-inch. It's only a D3 instead of the Frag Grenades, which are D6. But it's a Grenade D3. Strength 2. Okay. Each time you roll a hit roll of 6+ for this weapon when targeting a Psyker or Demon, the target suffers a mortal wound instead of the normal damage. So they're a bit weird, but we all know that Psykers and Demons are coming up in the expansions. They'll be here soon. And then Grey Knights, who also have Rites of Banishment, and Demon Hunters will actually become more powerful. Because right now, those rules don't come into effect. There are no demons in the game. And the only Psykers are Grey Knights and a single model from Thousand Suns. And that's it. My list that I've very quickly thought of. I've never played it. That's why I'm not doing a proper faction focus on these guys. I haven't played with them, so I'd feel disingenuous if I did that. So off the top of my head, my kill team would be a Justicar with Warding Stave, a Grey Knight Gunner with Incinerator, 2 Grey Knights with Force Halberds, and a final Grey Knight with 2 Falchions. Depending who you're going up against, you could swap out one of the Halberd guys for another Falchion, because you've got the points in there to do that. But that comes in at a total of 97 points, I think, maybe 95. I'd have to figure it out. And yeah, that is a complete, powerful, easy to use kill team for under £30 and very, very little painting requirement included. Grey Knights are my official, hey, I want to get into the game and I want to be good, and I don't know if I ever want to go beyond 1 kill team, and I don't like painting. What should I buy? Grey Knights. If you guys have any other ideas, if you can think of a better kill team that fulfills all of those roles, please do let me know. I'd be really interested. I admit that the Death Watch are very similar. You have to buy 2 boxes. They are all black, basically. And from 2 boxes, you can run pretty much whatever you want. But with the Death Watch, you may want to run Primaris as well. There's a lot of options. These guys are much, much simpler. And there you go. That's the end of my video. As always, I've gone well over the time that I'd wanted to talk for. But what do you expect? What do you expect? Anyway, thanks very much for listening, guys. Let me know your thoughts. What are your favourite kill teams? Has anyone come to you saying, hey, I want to get into kill team, but I don't like painting, and I want to be an OP bastardy list? Well, let me know. And tell me what you suggested to them.